Ready?
All right, I can introduce us.
Is it live? Because it says get started. Use
See
stream key. Am I
recording.
supposed to be clicking on something? What?
I see recording. Let me check the Facebook group. Welcome for those who are either with us live or who are going to be watching the recording. Let me just check the Facebook. We had a time change here in Canada, so we're here and we're live. We're going live in the group. So I'm just going to check that we are live.
No, we're not live yet.
No, okay. Thank you. You're faster. So today what we're going to do, I'll share, we are going to talk about meditation, how to get into a really good meditation. This is so important for healing and for being able to observe, take yourself out of your body and just observe what's happening. What feeling are you in? Whose energy is it? Is it yours? Is it someone else's? Good morning. Welcome, Jane. And so this is the biggest part of the healing journey is the breath work, feeling safe and secure in your own body and learning how to meditate properly. A lot of people will go to YouTube and they think they're meditating. Hello, sorry, let me start again. Now we're live. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We are here for day 2 of the Mindset Retreat. So welcome to all those who are watching with us live and here on the Zoom. If you want the Zoom recording, it's Sunday, March 14th from 10 a.m. to 1 Eastern. So if you're catching us in any of that time, then come on. We're here in the Zoom. So for this weekend, we want to help you shift. We want to help you shift mindset, something, a limitation, anything that's holding you back. So mindset, money is a big one. Money is just energy, and it's all about the mindset, how you view yourself. So it's all back to mindset, and then through meditation. Meditation is our how to get into that calm state so that you can hear your intuitive hits, you can hear those messages, you can observe what's happening around you, and you can feel safe in your body. This has been something that's just been so evident for me as I've been coaching and listening and watching for patterns. I'm perfecting the, being able to hear patterns in people when they're speaking. Source is just showing me, what those are and how they can heal, teach them how to heal that themselves. So one trick to feel safe in your body is just simply to put your hand on your heart and on your belly, and just, if it, find a phrase: I am safe, I am present, whatever it is, and come to your breath. I met Virginia this year, and we're soul sisters. Definitely, I feel like we're from we're from another world together, definitely. And we chose to come here and to do this together, and it's been such a joy. And I have found that through what she's teaching us on meditation, I am calming my body down. I'm actually beginning to feel safe in my own body, and I didn't realize that. We don't know what we don't know. So Virginia taught me how to really meditate back in October, and it has been a game changer, because as I'm getting quiet and I'm learning how to do that and feel and observe within my own body, I'm shifting stuff that is many, many, many years old or lifetimes. And so it's just so great. And it's an honor to be here with her today and to have her do this meditation and to teach us all about the importance of it. She's learning more about meditation, so I'm excited to hear, the new stuff that she has. And we welcome you. We're here, the Healing Soul School. We are a safe place where you can come, whatever it is that you need. You're not alone. We can shift the stuff that's, been holding you back from whatever it is. And if you're wanting more information or wanting to know how to get help for you specifically, DM one of us and we're happy to set up a call for you and we'll walk you through it. If we can't help you, we know someone who can, just from the connections that we have. But we are building a community where we're here, we're doing the work together. Because if we could have done it, we would have done it on our own. And what we've learned from our journey is community is really important, but we're teaching you the clarity on who you are who you are. We have a couple different ways that we do that, through some readings that we set you up with us, and also with some experts that we have found that have a beautiful, beautiful gift. And we're here to, bring out the joy and the happiness for you to stand in who you are meant to be on this earth right now as a soul being, having an earth or a human experience. So I'm going to give the mic, so to speak, over to Virginia, and she'll take care. I'll come back on after the meditation. Thank you so much.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being with us here today. Yeah, time change in Canada here, so it was a little bit of a scramble for me this morning because I totally missed that. So anyway, today, Christine mentioned we're talking about meditation, and so what I thought I would start off is just start off by leading a meditation and just kind of helping you to feel and see how that feels for you, and help you find that juicy theta state where you can sink down and really really get into that space of receiving and openness. So so what I invite you to do is to find a comfortable place, a comfortable seat, I should say. I'm going to suggest that maybe you stay seated, maybe not laying down, staying seated. I typically, for, my general meditation that I do every day, I find it myself seated with my back supported, but my head is free. So this just kind of opens you up a little bit more. It keeps the channel open for flow, but it allows you to sink into that theta state without, sometimes when you're lying down, you'll drop into the delta state and you'll be asleep. And so, but when you're staying seated with your back supported and your head free, then although, there's times where you just sink that down so deeply where it almost feels like you're sleeping, but you're not. You're just in that beautiful theta state. So this meditation this morning that I wanted to do was just to kind of lead you into that theta state and help you with a little visualization, and I'll talk about this in a little while about the different things that, reasons of why for meditation and all that kind of stuff. And some people find it difficult to settle themselves, and one of the biggest challenges is everybody thinks that I can't stop my mind from thinking, and that's a huge misconception, because you're right, you're not going to stop your mind from thinking. You're never going to stop your mind from thinking, just like you're not going to stop your heart from beating. It is a part of who we are. So meditation is really about finding that that other focus, to just a different focus to kind of come back to. And it's not that those thoughts are not going to happen, they are, but you just have to say not right now and let them flow away and then come back to your focus. So sometimes when people are in that, they having a different visualization while they're in their meditation, that in itself can create a space for them as their focus, as that place for them to kind of come back to. Oftentimes you'll hear people who are leading a meditation, and I do this myself. I did that yesterday, I think. And so we're coming into the breath. So, and as you get more practice with it, if you have trouble with visualization or you have trouble with the thought party, breath is a good way to kind of focus, but creating a visualization space that's just for you in your meditation is also a beautiful way just to create that focal point that allow the thoughts to float away and come back to that, your breath, or come back to your vision or whatever it is that you have there. So let's get seated. Find a comfortable chair. Again, back supported, head free. And I invite you just to take a few deep breaths, whatever that feels like to you, and just relax and close your eyes. And just come into the breath, taking some deep breaths, coming in With every inhale, you're expanding. And with every exhale, you're relaxing and melting down. Breathing in and expanding. And on the exhale, relaxing, melting. And just continue to follow this rhythm in with the breath and expanding, and out with the breath, relaxing, melting down. So now I'm going to guide you down a staircase. And even though we're descending, it's not a bad thing. It's just solely to represent dropping lower and lower in your mind to get centered. So we're going to start to count down from 10 to 1. And in your mind, I invite you to take the steps down the staircase. 10, breathing in, relaxing, taking a step down. 9, deeper, feeling relaxed. 8, relaxing, going deeper. Continue to breathe. 7, relax, relaxing down, melting. 6, feeling more and more relaxed, melting down. 5, breathing, relaxing, going deeper. 4, relax, melting down. 3, going deeper, melting. 2, breathing comfortably, relax, melting. 1, gently allowing yourself to sink all the way down, relaxing, melting into it. Now, at the bottom of the staircase is a door. And as you open this beautiful door, you see in your mind stepping into this beautiful place in nature, made just for you. It can be whatever your mind creates. Maybe you have a favorite place in mind. Today, I think I'll walk you through the jungle. So we're opening the door and we're seeing and hearing all these beautiful sounds, the birds, the crickets, the frogs. So loud and beautiful, incredible. Smells all around us of nature, trees, the flowers, the beautiful warm breeze going over our skin, the smell of the wetness in the earth. In your mind's eye, look around. What does it look like? All the flowers and the green, so much green, so many different shades of green. It's incredible. Creating this beautiful space. It's just for you, just to sit, listen to the birds, listen to the frogs, listen to nature, just feel into that, sit and enjoy that. And we're just going to sit here for a minute and just listen. listen and see with our mind's eye in this beautiful jungle nature around us. Just continue to breathe, focusing on this beautiful jungle picture, jungle vision, smells, the sound. Just sit with this for a minute, enjoy, relax. Just another minute, feeling into this beautiful space, relaxing, experiencing the sounds, the smells. Oh, and just taking a deep breath in, just really enjoying that feeling. Notice your body. Notice those smells and those sounds and how your body feels, how your mind is relaxed. And know that you can pick up this feeling anytime throughout your day to help you reset, rebalance. And now we're going to leave our beautiful jungle space and come back to our secret door. And as I count from 1 to 10, you'll allow yourself to walk back up the stairs. 1, breathing, maintaining that inner peace. 2, still feeling relaxed, refreshed. 3, deep breath. 4, seeing yourself walking towards the light as you walk up the stairs. 5, feeling into this beautiful peace within. 6, feeling this knowing it is always there for us. 7, relaxed, breathing. 8, starting to notice the sounds around you in your room, in your area. 9, taking a deep breath, feeling that beautiful peace. 10, you're back into your body, feeling this beautiful inner peace. Taking a deep breath, wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So that is, first of all, I hope that was beautiful for everyone. Um, some of you may or may not know, I have been living the last 8 years in Panama. So for me, that was like walking out my back door and really just wanting to share that with you. I love the feeling and the healing and all of that that we get from nature, and you can use that visualization and space to to in whatever way to create your own space visualization. If you need a place to go to maintain your focus when you get into your meditation, then yes, I invite you to create that space. Marlene, you're welcome. Thanks for joining the Zoom. You are totally welcome to keep your camera on. However, it puts you on screen. So, and we're live in the Facebook group. So if you don't want to be on screen, then I invite you to shut your camera off. Oh, there we go. Okay. So yeah, so that's just another way for people that sometimes find it difficult to maintain a focus on something. And even for me, when I first started doing meditation, when people would say focus on your breath, it was difficult for me to learn how to do that and to be okay with that and then not overthink it. I think that was really the biggest challenge, was overthinking it. And it's really as simple as that sounds, just focusing on your breath. And for me, I find I almost visualize the word breath floating through my vision, my thoughts on a little thought cloud. And so it's always around, and when I feel my mind kind of go off on a little bit of a thought party, about whatever groceries I need to pick up, or oh my goodness, I forgot to write this down, or whatever. And it's like, and it's not that those thoughts are not going to happen. They are going to happen. They are normal. But I just go, let them go, and I see my little breath float by as I come back to the breath. And then I focus, like literally focus on my breathing. That's a tool that I use because I visualize that air coming in through my nose, coming in, going down and into my body and into my belly, expanding my chest and my lungs and my shoulders. And so you can really make it as much as you want, if whatever, to help you focus. And so for me, visualizing the air actually coming into my lungs and seeing where, when I take that deep breath and I bring it down into my belly, like I actually see where that energy is going and that air, and I see it, and I see my body just kind of expand, and just, so you can use the breath in that way, to just really kind of keep your focus. And again, easy to do. So when you go off on the, oh my gosh, I forgot to buy peanut butter, come back to the breath, seeing it coming into your body. So that's a really, popular way for people to do meditation, is just focusing on the breath, continuing to focus on that breath. It's that creating that focal point for us to just allow us to drop down. The meditation that I just did with you was the theta meditation. It's just really kind of showing you how to drop down in relaxed state, to drop you down into that theta state. And then when you're there, which is when you're focusing on just your breath, you're going to come down into that theta state. It's that relaxed focus that gets you down into that state. So however you need to get there, those are just a couple of tools that help you get into that space. And that space is the zone. It is the bliss zone. It is that juicy state where we create, where we reconnect with our higher self. We realign with who we are and our purpose and everything. And even for people who maybe aren't super spiritual or anything like that, that's okay. I mean, it does it automatically. You don't have to believe anything. You just reconnects you, and it just realigns you. And the beautiful part of all of that is the benefits of meditation. So again, I mean, often we talk about meditation, in here in our group as being that way to my soul reconnection, because it is that way to reconnect with your soul, with your higher self, and God and manifestation and all of those beautiful things. But what it's doing for your physical body, we tend to forget the tons of benefits that come from oh my goodness, meditation. So I just wrote down a couple of notes here. So I just wanted to kind of go over a little bit of those whys. Why meditate? Okay. So by investing in yourself for 15 to 20 minutes, 2 times a day. Okay. So meditation practice, consistent meditation 2 times a day for 15 to 20 minutes, you can change your outlook on life and how you choose to show up in the world. So by doing this, you're creating that inner connection, and it helps you to connect to that inner peace. The more you do that, the more you bring and allow that peace to be with you in the rest of your day. So it's about how you're showing up in the world. Because when you're meditating, you're dropping down into those places. We're healing. Every time you meditate, you're healing on some level. You're healing. And I mean, and this, over time and that consistency, and that's why it's so important to create that consistent practice, is because you heal, you release, you will heal right down to a cellular level, and you can heal, blocks, you can heal old wounds and traumas. And yes, it takes time, but it's beautiful. It is just such a beautiful, beautiful release. And on top of all of that that's happening, that sometimes when you're in it, you don't even realize, that all of these beautiful transitions and transformations are happening, but they are. And from the physical point in your body, by continuing a consistent meditation practice twice a day, you will increase performance. When you are more at peace, it allows your thoughts to be clearer. You will get better sleep, improve your sleep. You will release stress. A meditation practice for 15 to 20 minutes, 2 times a day, will help you release stress. And I tell you, before I started meditating, I was that corporate person who, and we were talking a little bit about this in our private group yesterday, our private conversation yesterday, about how it was, I work better under pressure, and I've got 25 balls in the air, and I can do this and whatever, and I can control everything. And, it was all about that. And I was super stressed. And what had happened was, over a period of time, I got that corporate burnout. I started getting sick, and sick in a way that, like, one day I just woke up and I couldn't move my neck. Like, I couldn't turn my head. Like, this was it, and it hurt. And then it just kept progressing. I mean, and although that got better, it just kept progressing. And then I had nerve block and nerve damages in my neck to my shoulder, and I was having all of this pain running down my arm and into my hands. And then and here I am. I'm still working like a horse. I'm raising 4 teenagers. I'm taking care of my mom. I'm running a business. And not that I didn't have my husband as support, and thank goodness I did. But I was still, it was that control freak, like I was still in that, I got to do this, and this is me, and and stuff like that. And so it was, this was one of those things that I wish, as my older self could talk to my younger self, I wish I had meditated, like over 20 years ago, because it would have helped me so much. Because I did have that connection. I did trust my intuition. I did understand that. But when life happened, and the kids happened, and business happened, and all those things started happening, Then it became about, well, I can't manage all of these things in my life if I don't start controlling them. So it just kept being like, and even with the kids, I got to be the fixer, because I didn't have time to allow them to go through that experience, and not that I never did. I mean, of course I did, but there are times that I look back, when my children were small, that I felt, that I was the fixer. I was going in if there was a problem, and it was like, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this, next, on to the next thing, because I didn't have time. I didn't, in my head, I had created this whirlwind of a life, and I just didn't know how to get off the hamster wheel. And, so meditation, I wish I had known that then, right? I mean, for me, I took a little bit of a journey. That was my journey to Panama, and I spent the last 10 years really growing and healing, and utilizing the beautiful jungle and the nature around me and meditation to really help me grow and transform, and really teaching me and showing me the gifts that I have to be able to come out and help you and help other people how to meditate, how to create that practice for themselves. And then now also using my skills as an energy healer to utilize meditation to bring that forward to help people to transform and to transition and to release all of those beautiful things. So yeah, meditation, often we think of the monk sitting on the mountainside and, he's clearing his mind and all that kind of stuff. And although that is beautiful, that's really not how the Western world kind of does stuff, right? But it is important. It is super important to create this kind of a practice in your day. And if it only means that you're starting off at once a day, then so be it. You've got to start somewhere. But it's really about making that commitment. And the number one thing I tell people to make that commitment is schedule it. When you have a hair appointment, you schedule it. You write it in your day timer, you write it in on your phone or set a reminder or whatever. When your kids have a doctor's appointment, you schedule it. When you have a massage booked or a spa day or a mani-pedi, you schedule it. So it's really about shifting your mindset around meditation, understanding and knowing that by continuing and creating a consistent meditation practice, you are healing you and making that a priority. Once you schedule it and making that priority in your life as you investing in you, then it takes on a whole different meaning. It's an appointment for you with you, and you make it a priority. So that's what I would suggest is I invite you to switch your mindset around that, pardon me, and schedule it. That's the number one thing you can do. Don't say, I'll remember, because you will. Yeah, you will. I'm like 4 years later, been meditating twice a day, and I still have a reminder that pops up on my phone. And that's not that I don't remember. I mean, often, especially in the afternoon, my body reminds me because all of a sudden I'll just go like, oh, and I just get this real feeling of tired or like, like, oh, I need a coffee. And it's like, okay. And that's what we all do, right? Or I need a pop, or I need a coffee. I need some caffeine. Give me that boost in the afternoon. Well, I no longer turn to that for that energy boost. I take a few minutes, I disconnect, I go somewhere quiet, I sit down and I meditate. And sometimes that might only be for 10 minutes. I try for 20 minutes twice a day, every day. But it depends. Sometimes there's lots of stuff going on around you, and that's just not possible. I know it's tough with little ones. Sometimes 10 minutes is like gold. You gotta take that 10 minutes. So I totally get that. It's about you finding out how to work that into your day and into your life. But if you have a 20-minute, getting into that, and let me just back up. When I said I kind of go into that, you get that. I'm tired. I need a coffee. Okay, I'm not having that. My body is telling me I need to recenter. I need to release. So I go into my meditation, and that 15 or 20 minutes, I come out of that meditation, and honestly, it's like having a 2 hour nap. And actually better than a 2 hour nap, because of the healing that you're doing in that. It's actually doing more better, which is so not the right phrase, but doing more better things for your body. But it's really just about what it does for you. So you don't have to have a nap. You just need 15 to 20 minutes, and you will recenter. And I promise you, you will come out of that afternoon meditation. You will go back to your computer or your job or your desk or wherever, and you will be clear. You will be ready to go. You will feel like you had a coffee, and because you're energized, you're released, because you think of, and sometimes
was
go
locked
back and think of what you had.
but
Oh, I got somebody's
yeah.
microphone is on. If we could just mute that, that'd be great. Um, and so, you just go into that space of relaxed and refreshed, and honestly, like a 2 hour nap. And I don't know about any of you, but I have never been a napper. I I feel worse, actually. If I nap, I actually feel worse. And I shouldn't say always, but I would wake up grumpy, and a lot of people probably didn't want to be around me, you know? And if I had things that I had planned to do after I had that nap, they usually never happened, because I no longer felt like it. It actually made me feel more tired. Whereas with meditation, I'm like, whew, like honest to goodness, I'm like re-energized. Although I kind of come out of it like a little bit, like, okay, wake up, you're coming back into your body, you're coming back into the now. It's like within seconds, I'm like firing again. I'm like, okay, back, I'm working on something. All of a sudden I have that clarity on that project that I'm working on, or I know what I want to say in this letter that I'm writing, or it is honestly just a beautiful way to just refresh and recharge. So yeah, increasing performance, huge, huge benefit, and releasing stress. If you do meditation for nothing else than to release the stress of your day to day, you will benefit large. Like it is incredible. One of the things, and I had it written down here yesterday in our mindset retreats day. I wrote it down because Christine had said, uh, Christine was talking about being in your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, and that, um, uh, so only 5% of our day is spent in our conscious mind. So, wow, right? That's not a lot. So now add in meditation 2 times a day for 15, 20 minutes a day. And where are you dropping down to? Where are you connecting to when you're in meditation? Your conscious mind. You're realigning, you're recalibrating, you're recentering, balancing, right? So that's actually increasing the amount of time in your day that you're spending in your conscious mind. And then by being in that space, you're in an aligned manner to align with your higher self and your soul purpose, right? So and then coming forward in how you show up in the world from that same place. And Christine talked about how on her journey, she's noticed, and you will too, that all of a sudden that trigger, with maybe one of your kids or a family member or a friend or a coworker, they say something that, before you would have been like barking at them, or like a quick kind of response and maybe not a sweet and loving light filled response, right? Like we all wish we could do all the time. But now by doing that meditation, you're coming back to that aligned and balanced state. So all of a sudden now you're releasing that stress all the time. You're releasing that, you're letting it go. So when that coworker or that friend or that family member or that child or whatever says that thing to you, you all of a sudden you just stop and there is no reaction. There is a response. And it's coming from a different place because you're not filled up and holding on to all of that anxiety and tension and stress. And and sometimes all of those things are not ours. We can spend, I mean, I could stay in my house right now. I'm in Canada, and I thankfully have all 5 of my pets have flown in and they're all safe and sound. My husband's not here yet, but that's okay. But I'll be in the house here all by myself. And I think, how can I be stressed out? Or how can I, or, you go to the store or whatever. We are affected by the energies that are around us. We are affected by the social media that we're reading, that we're zooming on, the calls, the meetings, we are affected by the energies of everyone around us. So oftentimes you think, I haven't done anything stressful today, so I don't need to meditate. I'm not stressed. But it's not about that. It's about relaxing and releasing and dropping down and recentering and rebalancing in that beautiful consciousness space of you, regardless of what else and what you think has or hasn't happened. And just allowing you to step up and step into your life as the person that you want to be. Because I don't know about you. I mean, I know for me, sometimes, and now I'm so much better at it, I catch myself if maybe I've had a thought that I'm not, it was judgment and I don't like to judge. So I catch that right away and I go, no, cancel, delete. And I can catch myself now and and send love to that situation or that person or whatever instead of passing judgment. And sometimes you say something that maybe, I think of in the past, not so much now, because again, I'm really aware of it now. Again, meditation and consistent practice of 2 times a day, you will get there and you will start to understand and see these things yourself. But there's sometimes that when you have had that meditation or sorry, you've had an altercation, we'll call it, with someone, and you go back and have you thought about what you said later, and maybe it just doesn't feel good. Like I didn't feel good about how I handled that situation and how I handled myself in that situation and how maybe I hurt that other person in that situation. And and all of those kind of things. And what I find is that it's just easier to not get into that kind of a situation to begin with, or easier to come back to repair it or to correct it afterwards when we're constantly releasing and getting rid of that stress and those anxieties and all of those things that we don't think that we have, but we do. And we pick up on all that stuff from our surroundings and other people and social media and all of this kind of stuff. So just something to think about, another huge benefit. So stress relief, you will increase your mental energy and clarity, and you will benefit your physical health and heal. You will heal. Remember, I told you, years ago when I first, all of this kind of started happening, my journey was and often it happens, your body or something happens in your life that it says, whoa, you aren't doing this anymore. Enough. And for me, that waking up that day and not being able to move my neck was that day. And I just didn't realize it at the time. And as I kept moving forward and I kept doing the things and searching for the things that I thought would help me maintain that, because I really still at that stage thought I was stuck in the life that I was in. That, well, what else am I supposed to do? There is nothing else. I have no other choices. I have to go to work. I have to do this. And so I stayed in that mindset for a while and I struggled with that. And then from there it became on how to manage the pain myself and how to manage and do things for myself. And when I got to meditation, it was like, whoa, like the lights and the light came on, and over that time I've healed. I've healed. So is my neck 100%? No, but hey, I can turn my neck. I can, I can, I can do things. I don't, before I used to actually stop and go, I can't go on that hike with my friends because I can't walk as long as they can without being in pain. And now that's not a consideration. It's about I'll be okay. And yeah, my body might remind me that I haven't done that in a while after I do that 2 hour hike. It's a good feeling. It's a good moving that energy. It's a good and it's a healing and it's beautiful. So yes, over time, continuing to do that meditation will heal your physical body and your energetic person, like releasing all of those blocks and just helping you through those childhood traumas and stuff like that. Sometimes people need help with that. They need help to guide them through that journey with meditation and that healing support. And that's why Christine and I are here, is to help with the mindset, to help with the meditation, to help with and creating these programs, because Christine talked about it a bit yesterday about all the things that she had to do, uh, and where she had to search to, how do I heal this, or where do I go for this, or what is my next step? And my journey was the same. It was about how do I heal myself without just taking a prescription and all that kind of stuff. And so it's finding that way and those places. And that's our goal with the Healing Soul School, is to come to you to help you if that's what you need, to help and be your coach and your guidance, to give you the tools to do this for yourself and to walk with you on that journey, because we both individually felt pretty alone in our journey, trying to find the things that we needed to help each of us. And I'll just quick go over, and then another good benefit, of course, is you'll sleep better. Your sleep improves because you're relaxing and you're releasing all of that stress and all that anxiety and all of that everything throughout your day, so that now you just sleep better. And there are scientific, tests that have shown and prove all of these incredible benefits that meditation have for your life. Your spiritual growth. You may not think that that is what or how, and I mean, it wasn't even necessarily how and why I started meditation. It was more just about releasing stress for me and finding that, but it increased my connection to self, my higher self and source. And that is a beautiful connection. Once you remember how to have that connection and how beautiful that really, really is, you won't disconnect again. So yeah, we joke, and because it was like, once you get into meditation practice, if somebody asked me how much could I pay you to stop meditation, there is no amount that you could pay me to stop meditating, because of the beautiful, the so many benefits that we get from meditation. So I think that was really about it. What I do love is with children, and something that I've seen a lot more happening in the last year, especially, is noticing how people are starting to teach and help children how to meditate. And again, I look back at my four kids and think, oh my gosh, they so could have benefited from this, right? And so, and not that I'm not in their ear about creating and doing that now, but I'm looking forward to that time and space for me to work with my grandchildren to offer that those lessons on how to don't lose that connection, and continue with yourself and all the benefits that come with that. So I think that was about it that I was going to cover on the meditation. This is a big part of our program. Christine talked a little bit about our program that we have going. It's a 1-year program called Awakening Consciousness, and really just a way that Christine and I put together our skills and the lessons from our journey to help other people, so that they don't feel alone, so that you have someone to walk this journey with you, to support you, to guide you, to give you different tools. Meditation, of course, is a big part of that for me and my role in the course. The course starts out with really just I'll be live with the group um, for 15 days. The course will start off with 15 days of live meditation, and where we will I will be live on a Zoom call, and you can either join or just catch the replay every morning, and we will just do meditation together. And my goal is the purpose of having a live person with you so that I can help you create that meditation practice. And then as the course and the year continues, it's all about helping you learn that. We will work with healing. So, on top of me helping you create and learn and have a meditation practice of your own, I will also be leading throughout the year the healing meditations that are going to activate and help you on a deeper level, kind of create and shift and grow. So yeah, that's just a little bit about the meditation portion of the Awakening Consciousness program, and just something that I kind of wanted to speak into a little bit today, just so that for those people or for anyone that is looking for that coach or that support. That's what Christine and I are here for, and specifically just because we didn't have that, and so wish that we did. So, Christine, I don't know if you want to come back on camera and if you want to add to that, kind of, speak into that a little bit more.
It would have saved us so much time.
Yes,
Kind of
exactly, right?
weed through the healing yourself. Oh my goodness. This is the first
I
year I've
know.
hired coaches to help, and it is way easier. Um,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
preparing the whole big meal yourself, or having someone to help you, set the table, or, even just show you some things. Yeah, it has been just
Yeah.
huge for us in
Because
even in my
we're
family.
all in it together, right? We're all in it together. And although we are all on our own personal journey and our own path, oftentimes we can get caught up in the I can do it on myself. There's the control freak in me coming out, like I can do it on my own. I don't need anybody else. And it's like, and it's really just about letting go of that. And it's not that you need somebody to hold your hand, but having that community and, and someone to just speak your heart to, and to share your stuff and to ask questions, like, you know I would have loved to have somebody just to ask questions, like, yeah, it's just a huge help. So, that's why we're here, and that's why we show up in the way that we do, and 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 hope that we can benefit whoever else out there needs that kind of support and guidance also.
Totally. Yeah. We'll just wrapping up this part for our live is just simply, yeah, we're here. We're that safe place if you don't want to do it alone. If we were able to do it alone, we would have figured it out. And I had read all the books, I've taken courses, I've watched thousands of hours of YouTube channels trying to figure out, work it out. And so for us, what we love to teach is the mindset is a huge one. Of course, the meditation and how to calm and get down and to get in there, but how to clear the stuff. They go hand in hand. And also from the spiritual aspect, how to live as a multidimensional being in this world right now. Definitely, questions as you're healing and in your journey, more questions are going to come up. You have a set point of who your ego and your inner core believes you are, and as you're moving up and moving away, your ego is going to say, come back down here. And then just that spiral of these lower vibration feelings, which they're there. I've been learning a lot even this week on we need them. It's part of the yin and the yang, the law of polarity. Is those lower vibration feelings. We know that they're there to teach us that we're not in alignment, and what they are is they're a springboard. It's showing you what's not in alignment. It's like the breadcrumbs, or the light saying, hey, this is the thing to heal and to work on to move you up to the next level. And yeah, we're just really excited for this program this year and community. I had so many questions, like my energy healing and like all of that only came on in 2020, and I'm a why person. Like, show me why does it work so I can understand it. When I understand the why, then my brain can take it in more. So for us, I had a recap for today, like for the weekend, but it's not loading properly, so I'm just going to share the things that we really want you to focus on and get from this weekend is to breathe. As we've been meditating and healing, I've just been discovering this week, and I mentioned to my mom as well, who confirmed for her, is that we're catching ourselves and we're holding our breath. So I'll be doing something that I am not even triggered at all. Like I'm having I'm in a good moment and I'm feeling good, and I'm realizing I'm holding my breath. And now that I know, I just haven't not felt safe in my body. And so what we have learned, or what, I'll speak for myself, is I've learned how to come back into my body and to feel safe and secure. And I've been meditating since October, right? You don't know what you don't know. We don't know our own blind spots. And what I've been learning, and Source has been giving me downloads, is people's patterns. I can just hear some examples of like what they're going through or what they're struggling with. And Source is showing me what the pattern is for them, and also, how to teach you how to heal that, which is really cool. And I want to say, our egos are very good at tricking us into, talking us into things, right? That just sounds so good. Oh, I should do this because of this. It's very good at talking us into it. And some of the things I've been doing lately with clients is just calling them out on their stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, I see your ego. And it's neat because I think just as I'm healing my own self and witnessing my ego, I had to really come back to, where am I, shine the light on what I'm hiding. And it has been so beautiful that instead of like those harder, like, oh, I have these feelings or these stories from my past, it's like, cool, let me research and investigate on what it's here and what it's meant to show me. So breathing is really, where are you in the present? Catch yourself through the day, set an alarm. Dr. G talked about that. Just set an alarm on, where are you in your day? Is it your energy? Is it someone else's? Are you tired? Do you need to have a rest? And meditation. That's how you're going to calm yourself down. And then it's reprogramming those thoughts. It takes 6 to 6 days to form a habit, and up to 365 days. So if you're wanting to change any part of what your struggle is or what's holding you back, there has to be repetition on programming that mindset. And that's what we're teaching as well with our sessions in the week. One is going to be on teaching, and we're teaching around the feminine, divine masculine, the universal laws, emotions, boundaries, triggers, what to do with them, and how to, how to have them. Like when a thought comes up, how to heal and clear it in the moment. So that you're getting under it, you're getting to that root, but you're learning how to do it. It's a superpower, connecting you to your intuition so you can feel what's next for you. I'm so proud of you, Marlene, just saying here on the call, is that you've been doing the work, and it's so evident in how you are now processing things, right? We get triggered. We're going to get triggered forever, but it's our response, and how we're responding. That's really important. And it's really cool to be able to see, the results of what, how people are just taking that in and internalizing it. But it's also the integration. You can hear all the information and your conscious is taking it in. Meditate. Okay, I know. Write affirmations. Okay, I know. But your subconscious, it's the integration, and it's the getting your subconscious to believe it. That's the part that we need help with, because we just go back to our old patterns, to the old lens that we're looking at. Whereas when you have a coach, whether it doesn't, if it's us, great. If it's not, find one that resonates with you, because when you're looking through the lens of your old programming, you're not viewing the situation from like a top-down view or being able to see it. We can't see our own blind spots. And so that coach is just there to be able to see that and point it out for you, and show you. So breathing, meditation is very important. The mindset, the reprogramming. So I mentioned like our Monday is a class to teach you, and then we're going to do a Q&A on Thursdays and a healing meditation, so that you've got that integration time. You can come and ask questions. We're here to coach you along. For those who have businesses, we are business owners ourselves, and we've been learning a lot about business. So I feel like, we wanted to be that one-stop shop where someone could come and heal themselves. Those who are called to do something else in business or heal others or just basically lead a soul-led business, then we have you too. There's an additional call a week for that. And if you're interested in any of this, it resonates, you're like, wow, I'd like to learn more, just send us a DM. We'll set up a call with you. We'll see, we'll share with you how it all works and see if you're a fit. And if there's anything we can help you with that we don't have as the experience, then we can make recommendations. We've been running the Conscious Business Showcase, which has been so great on building our business directory of who we know and can recommend and trust for, maybe if there's a specialized trigger or something that's just a little bit harder to get. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. And if you have any questions, DM us. We are going to run this again in April. We're just testing the content and how we are providing this to you as a community. But so for these 2 days, it's simply a place of transformation. What can you release? What can you heal in these 2 sessions? So the Saturday and the Sunday session, they'll be in the Facebook group that we have. And tell us, if you have made a shift or there's something, please send us a comment, leave us a review, anything like that. We would love to hear, what we've been able to help you shift in your life and to be there for you. So thank you. I think that's all. We're going to go off of the live here. If you are on our live on Facebook, you're welcome to come onto the Zoom. We're here for a little bit to help you to shift and transform for yourself individually. We're going off the live so that people can have the privacy to do that. And we have the conscious.
And what I'll do, Christine, is I'm just going to pop the Zoom link into the comments. And so if you do, we're just kind of taking this now off camera and having a private conversation with all the people who registered to join us. And we'll just be hanging out and talking, going over that integration pieces and stuff like that from yesterday and today. So the Zoom link is in there. If you want to join us live, you are welcome to join us. And otherwise, see you all soon.
Yeah, we'll be back in a couple weeks for the Conscious Business Showcase, the last Friday and Saturday of the month. So we'll see you again soon.
Excited. Bye, everyone. Okay. And I